objectives or the roles of the uh, disaster study of Hasanuddin University.
Yeah.
You are the chairman or the head of
Yeah. So Unhas or Hasanuddin University since 2019 officially established as the disaster study center. In that time, the name used to be, we call it Puslitbang.
Litbang.
Yeah,
Research and
Puslitbang is
Development.
Pusat Penelitian dan Pengembangan.
Yeah.
So research and development for
Yeah.
disaster study
Yeah,
in that time.
yeah.
So there is still the study there. Well, actually there is also penelitian.
Yeah.
So for 2019, where Prof. Adi Maulana now become the
Vice
Vice Rector
Rector, yeah.
of Collaboration, Entrepreneurship, and
Research.
Innovation.
Innovation. Yeah.
They cover 4 aspects actually for his divisions.
Yeah.
So in 2023, then I substituted him. I replaced him as the head
Yeah.
of the study center,
Study center.
and the study center become only disaster study center. Like that. There's no more
Development.
the research and development.
Yeah.
Why they say that we don't develop the disaster. So in terms of like that. But anyway, whatever the name actually, most important is the mission and the vision that we would like to go through with that. I mean,
Yeah.
but actually, when it comes to disaster study for Hasanuddin, we've actually started a long time ago. Not in the 2019 where Prof. Adi officially
Yeah.
built and established the Puslitbang. In LPPM, Lembaga Penelitian dan Pengabdian Masyarakat, we used to have division where we study the disaster mitigation. Under Prof. Imran and our friends in geology. I remember in that time we had a project from National Board of Disaster Management, BNPB. Each university are given topics to create the academic document.
Okay.
Yeah, like UGM for earthquake. I think ITB for earthquake. Aceh for tsunami, Siakwala. So major universities who can study the disaster are given responsibility, and Unhas in that time were given for flash floods, banjir bandang.
Okay.
I think for banjir is it UGM or something, I don't know. I
Flash
cannot
flood,
remember.
yeah.
So each of those types of disaster are given responsibility to study thoroughly, to create what's so called academic document. So then they can learn, and the decision makers can take as references in that time. This is where when the Unhas was very known as human university and everything like that. But we also don't forget that actually our predecessors, our seniors last time has already started the study of disasters.
Because
even our Department of Geology,
because
we have socialization, education about disaster to local government from
and
quite long time.
institutionalized. I mean, you have a BPD or national BNPB. It means that Unhas should, take action to what can I say,
to contribute
in a new
the study on why Prof. Adi Maulana last time started to propose the establishment of this Puslitbang.
Yes.
It's because the fact that we in the middle of
Ring of
Indonesian
fire.
location.
Not ring of fire.
Ring of fire.
Yeah. Okay.
So in terms of geological condition settings, we are actually full of disasters.
Yes.
In terms of ring of fires.
Yeah.
Luckily, we don't have the volcanoes in South Sulawesi.
Yeah.
But in Sulawesi, we have in the north is volcanoes. So we have this ring of fire in terms of the plate tectonics.
Yeah.
Like that. So Sulawesi is the center for us in Hasanuddin University. So then we can contribute studies. And not only the study, but also how the implementation of disaster risk reduction. So I remember very well in that time that our mission is how we can involve and minimize the reduction of this disaster. This is part of our mission. And how we can also increase people awareness. This
Knowledge
is what we
about
need to
the-
do.
yeah,
This is
yeah.
what we call disaster literacy. Disaster literacy.
Literacy.
Yeah.
Preparedness.
Literacy is that people know what they
Okay, yeah,
need to do.
Yeah.
You see, if the people know the potential of the disaster in that area, they know what to do because they have the knowledge. And this is what we are trying to campaign to educate the people.
Yeah,
So our
yeah.
mission is to reduce the risk, to build up the awareness of people.
Awareness people.
That's the mission. Yeah.
Only
So-
two mission?
Yeah,
Or
well, we
mix?
have, well, it's implemented to programs.
Yeah.
Because our objective is to become the center for research and development in terms of natural disaster. Yeah, like that. So this mission is introduced into programs. So we have collaboration, we help local government to prepare the documents in terms of disaster risk reduction, something like that. So now we have collaborated with some local governments in South Sulawesi. Maybe now around 10 to, we have also, starting this year, we also have one in Pangkep. So many other areas that we help.
So the capacity of your study center now, I mean numbers of staff or personnel or maybe you...
Yeah, sure. Well, in the center itself, we have actually all the Hasanuddin lectures as our resources.
Yeah.
So you only need to mention
Yeah.
who you need.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, Prof. Adi involved also with some of our social studies
Yeah.
experts,
Yeah.
and also from the medical.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, and of course from engineering sides. So most of our lectures get involved with the project when we do evacuation, for example, and we do collaboration with the National Board of Disaster Management, BNPB. Yeah, like that. But now we also have a responsibility to educate the local people.
Yeah.
Like that. That's mostly important.
No, I mean the SS institution
Students?
or organization.
Yeah.
The disaster study center has maybe a number of staff or
Yeah, we even already established master program, magister study for disaster management.
Oh yeah, last year I remember the inauguration of
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah. Now we already have the 4th year this year, and
Yes.
we already have students. And this year we have a collaboration with West Sulawesi province to have 18
The student
students
from them.
From them.
Oh,
It's kind of
this
like
year.
this year.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good.
So now
Okay.
the what do you call it? The study center developed to become also the magister study for disaster management. And so far it's only 4 in Indonesia.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
UGM, UPN, in Syakwala they have this.
We want to know more also about the outputs or maybe products, from your since established, and then today maybe you may share about the as your roles or contribution, and then you have outputs or outcomes.
Yes, we conducted some research related to because when you create this what's so called KRB, kajian risiko bencana, or in English we call it risk analysis. Yeah, for each area we are not only helping the local government, but we conduct research. We look at the geological condition, and then we can recommend what to do in terms of programs. Why? Because we already can map which the prone areas for flood, for tsunami, for earthquake,
big
and
waves,
big waves,
including all the
erosion.
social and health
Yeah, of course.
devastation, something like that. Yeah, right.
All the disasters we can make the spatial analysis. So we call it the susceptibility maps. From there, then we can create the what's so-called vulnerability areas, and then we look at the capacity of the people. In order, we can create the risk map for the area. And this all in terms of research. Why we validate in the field, so the local government can have maps of area where the prone areas of disasters, like that. And then from this product, we can continue. The local government can create what's so-called RPB or Rencana Penanggulangan Bencana. Now this rencana or this planning is based on spatial, so they can see what action can be taken based on the areas.
So the document and also the institution, the establishment of the like a PPD or provincial and district and municipalities is a mandatory task from the government to be established.
They have to.
It means that I assume that you're busy to support them to produce documents.
That's right.
Huh?
That's
so,
true. As a consultant, as well as yes, we do that because we are the expert from the university. This is our role. Because the local government usually don't have resources that can do this kind of analysis. So we are helping them. So in order they can learn and they know the product later, as you ask. What kind of product? So this can be used as a reference for policy. So when they want to make peraturan daerah, for example, the local policies, they can create based on this.
But I remember also, Omili, I remember I think 5 or 6 years ago, I was appointed as a member of provincial task force in order to produce guidelines to convince district and municipalities to produce documents
for the planning,
for risk disaster
disaster preparedness.
Preparedness, something like that. But that was not easy because of the no budget availability. So it means that you're not working with them because there's no budget. So, do you have any specific experience with the district, maybe?
So again, as I sometimes convey the message to the local government.
You mean the top leader?
The leaders that if they are aware that their area is prone to areas, then they will plan the budget. Because to make the document, you need to do survey, you need to conduct focus group discussions and that kind of thing. So you need to do the analysis. So it needs some budget, of course. It needs financial support. And that's why some local government still don't have this document because it has not been planned for the budgeting like that. So whoever is watching in terms of local government, but now because the push from the national board that it has to be made, now local government understand that takes time to them to make a planning in terms of financial support for that. But that's good because now when disaster happens, we look at the map where the area, where the prone areas is, and then they can establish, programs that they can create.
So you may mention also about the name of the district or municipality in South Sulawesi province.
During Prof. Adi's period, I think he helped the city of Makassar, Sidrap,
Luwu Utara.
Luwu Utara, yes. Not Luwu. It was the transition with me. We even created what's so-called Destana. I mentioned about that. So how the village, we call it village resiliency. We having that kind of program. So we try to create the forum for the village, and then they can be self-independent and self-resilient in terms of the disaster. And we did this program in East Luwu as well.
East Luwu as well.
Luwu Timur. We have done that,
Okay.
and also Sidrap,
Sidrap,
and
okay.
Reka,
Oh, yeah?
Kota Makassar.
Mm-hmm.
And this year, under my coordination, we work together with Pangkep.
Oh, Pangkep, yeah, you mentioned
Pangkep,
before.
yeah.
Okay.
And also North Morowali in
Central Sulawesi.
Central Sulawesi.
Okay.
So
That's
now-
the role of your study center, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
good.
think Tanah Toraja is thinking of
You're gonna be busy with that business.
We're busy with, well, we don't call it a business. It's more on moral dedication
responsibility, yeah, okay.
to the local government, because
Yeah.
this is our responsibility.
Yeah.
This is our function as
Yeah.
the center.
Okay.
So as I said, we are helping, we are assisting local government people to reduce the risk of disaster.
Okay,
And
okay.
also
Yeah.
make them aware.
Good. Because we are talking about the study center, as you as a chairman or the head of the study center. Is there any specific information about the members, the experts, who are they, and what their concern, what their special?
We cluster them into divisions.
Oh, okay.
So we have where they can do the mitigation or in terms of preparedness.
Preparedness. Okay.
We also have the emergency condition.
Emergency
We
condition.
also have, it's similar to, we have the rehabilitation, like that. So we can assist all of this division.
Okay.
And our expert come from engineering faculty,
Engineering faculty.
from the medical,
Social also,
socials.
yeah.
So expert like Prof. Tri in
Tri.
landslide, Tri Haryanto.
Triharyanto.
Yeah. We work together,
Okay.
Akole. In the medical, we of course last time worked together also with Prof. Idrus, with the friends from the medical
Okay,
faculty.
okay.
In the social, we have Amri last time. With, Amril. Not
Amril
from social politics.
social politics.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Even with I remember Prof. Adi last time had a project with Ansariadi in terms
Ansariadi,
of FKM.
yeah, Fakultas Kesehatan Masyarakat.
Because
Public
when they
health.
got COVID,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
also have budgeting
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that, so
yeah.
they can distribute the donation, not donation, the contribution.
Yeah. Now we understand
From the
that
bank.
like public health issues
Public health,
like
yes.
pandemic,
Yeah.
you are responsible also to support to allocate resources.
For me
yeah?
now, my counterparts is friends like in engineering, and I try to collaborate with them. Now with the Prodi S2 for the
Yeah.
management, what do you call it, disaster management, Pak Musan.
Yeah.
When we went to Palopo, when we went to Toraja for the landslides incidents where 20 victims in there,
Oh yeah.
we collaborate with the S2 Kebencanaan, with our counterparts as well from the DMC, the Disaster Management Center, so they can evacuate and also do the training.
Yeah.
We also have a program to do the literacy for each kabupaten. We've done that in Lu Utara last time. We've done it in Takalar. We've done that also in Palopo.
Palopo.
Yeah, so what we do, we collect the high school students in one location, then we teach them about disaster preparedness, and then we end up with the simulation of disaster.
Simulation, yeah.
So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can feel that
Yeah.
how the disaster happens,
Yeah.
with the ambulance,
Yeah.
with everything like
Yeah, Dr. Really,
that. So it's all about educating.
Yeah, I think that's very clear. Yeah, that
Yeah.
there's so many activities, so many.
Sure,
outputs,
sure.
yeah.
Make us busy.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking that Pasadena University is the world-class university.
It is.
You know, and we want to know about the cooperation between your side with the international agencies, or maybe I don't know, maybe donors, maybe university from the abroad, from the. Do you have
Yeah.
any specific collaboration? Or cooperation with them?
I think last time in the period of Prof. Adi, I believe they worked together with ADEXCO, with I think they are also international NGOs. But with me, I've already established also work together with UNESCO,
Oh yeah.
UNESCAP,
Yes.
to create the
UNESCO,
database.
yeah.
But that's for the city of Makassar. For the city of Makassar, we create a database for satellite images where they can see the land subsidence,
Yes.
where they can see the, what do you call it, the green areas of where the develop of the city
coverage of the
So with that geoportal, we can look not only the disasters in terms of, but more a lot of applications. This year we are trying to propose a climate change impact to the local marginal community in the coastal
households in the coastal area.
Coastal areas, especially related to abrasion impact because of the climate change.
South Sulawesi are in general or specific location?
We are proposed an area in Takala.
Takala.
Because they need a specific area we can approach in terms of the community.
Seed cultivation.
Yes.
Like that.
All those kind of interaction. And looking at the disaster and how the empowerment of the
livelihoods
community.
and some.
This funding hopefully from the UK. From UK and European Union as well. And not to mention with Australian government. We have, last time I have a pair, but not specifically to disaster, but more on tourism. We're looking at the railway railway connection to the local sites of the tourism. This
means like
project
Makassar,
Baru, Maros,
Parepare.
So the interaction of this, how it connected to the sites, because we have this railway. We are very thankful for having this railway.
Pairs not only focus on seaweed, right?
No. They also
so many aspects,
looking at other aspects as well. So that's what but we're looking at more collaboration in the future. I just got back from the national coordination meeting in Bandung, and I've met some experts also from the American aid called USAID.
USAID.
Yes, they have contributed, but with the national board. I was talking to one of experts if there is a possibility for us to collaborate in terms of funding as well as programs. They said you have to go through with the national board, and I'm trying to find the possibility later. Then we can be supported by international NGOs like that. But in terms of international, we also work with Fauna Flora Indonesia. FFI. They also have a big board for that. In areas, conservation area in North Luwu. We are proposing that, and we are covering, we are assisting them in terms of the disaster studies. Not many yet, but we are looking at the bright future.
Too many with numbers of personnel.
Our team is not that big in terms of personnel, but our networks is large. I can connect with any expert in UNHAS when I'm needed to go for the study. For example, when we study about flood mitigation, I involve our friends from civil engineering, from the forestry, in order we can study more collectively.
Interdisciplinary.
That's right.
Okay, that was my interview with.
It's quite long interview, but I believe
I think we need to.
You need to have.
Let's see. Just to make it shorter, because of the period.
You can.
But in general, Dr. Ilham Alimuddin, thank you for the. It's a good opportunity for me also to know more about your roles, your function, and so on. Dear friends, thank you for your contribution to the channel, and also to the attention for what we share now. Ile, thank you very much.
My pleasure, and especially because this interview is in English. I am also hoping that can be watched by our global community, a wider audience. Why? Because we want to educate people about disaster. This disaster literacy is part of our
very important.
Part of our role
and
to
educate
people.
Is
It's committed to be the human university.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right.